So what are we going to do in today's session? Here, what we need to understand, let me just give you a brief for 2 minutes. In software industry, generally, if you see, we have, suppose if we have a team of 10 members, all individual team members, they need to write code, and individually they do unit testing, and then they integrate it. The integration testing happens, and then the final build has to be delivered to testing team. Testing team does the testing activity and gives back the results, test results back to development team. Again, if any changes are going to be there, they need to be fixed and delivered back to the testing team. And once the test team says, yes, build is error free, 99% it is successfully getting executed, then after getting proper sign off from testing team, we are going to release to the customer. So generally this flow we all experienced as part of our even software engineering subject as well. This is what is happening in industry. But however, when you see this frequent cycles, like go to and fro from development team to testing team, we are ending up with so much of time waste, and the today's market demands shorter time to market. Like customer is going to let you know just within 10 days of, I mean, not 10 days, maybe maximum of 1 month time you are going to get. And within 1 month time, delivering the end-to-end project is going to be really tough. So in such cases, DevOps is coming to our rescue. And this entire process of building is happening in an automated way. So now in today's session, we are going to see how this, I mean, like a kind of simple program we are taking. We are not taking the complex scenario of how the end-to-end project looks like. We are taking a very simple program, trying to put it in Git, and from GitHub to Jenkins, how do we connect? And through Jenkins, how do I install or like how can I connect GitHub account to Jenkins and execute? This is what we are going to learn in today's class. So once, suppose if you are done early with the Jenkins installation and connectivity with the GitHub, and you are able to build that small program that you have written, then you can definitely proceed towards day 2 practical sessions as well. So that flexibility, to provide that flexibility, we are providing all the recordings well before. So while you are watching each and individual recording, if you are having any kind of questions, please kindly do let me know. I am available here. I will be able to resolve one by one. So for whomever, I will come back to those participants who are not having still, if their course is not visible in Moodle, I will come back to you. Just wait for some time. I am sharing my screen now to show you how this is looking like, how course is there in Canvas as well as in Moodle. So for the Moodle participants, if you you need to go to dashboard. Suppose immediately after logging into your Moodle account, you may be able to see like this. So click on dashboard, and now go to the course named as DevOps 101_1. Go to this, and then you will be able to see the practical sessions. So you need to go through these video recordings one by one. So once you, suppose if you say these two are theoretical things only, DevOps introduction and continuous integration introduction is given in these two recordings. And how do we set up our account in GitHub? So that is what is mentioned in Git setup. Then for using Jenkins, JDK 11 installation is mandatory. So considering that participants are not aware of these things, we did in this way. Most of us know very well how do we set up JDK 11. But however, because we are catering to broad range of participants, I provided even this JDK 11 installation, and then we get into Jenkins setup. So in this video, you will come to know how Jenkins can be installed and integrated with Git. Now, then after that, how do we create a particular node in Jenkins? And then how can we assign a job? So till this point, we are going to do in today's lab. So whoever is like almost, let me go to the participants list. So here I do have 301 participants already. I mean, they are up in the Moodle. So if you log into your Moodle, definitely you will be able to get the access. So this is about Moodle. Now coming to Canvas platform. So the same videos are even uploaded in Canvas. If a mail is going to be coming to you, I mean, with whatever email that you got registered, please open that account, and invitation mail comes from Canvas team. You click on it. For the first time logging in, you have to use laptop only, laptop or your desktop. Through mobile, first time you cannot log in. For logging in for the first time, you have to log in only through either laptop or desktop. So this course is going to be available to you. Click on this, and you can watch these videos one by one. So only day one practical sessions are completed. Then we can move on to day two. Let me go to the questions raised. What I am stating here is last 10 minutes. Let us quickly go through the demo of what I installed already, so that you will get the clarity of how the source code that is given in GitHub is linked with Jenkins. That demonstration let us have. Anyway, when you go through the videos very carefully, step by step, following all the prerequisites, for sure you will be able to install. However, we will see the alternatives, how we can resolve the issues that you are getting. So here in GitHub, I have source file. Under this source file, I have two different folders. One indicating the main program. Here I wrote palindrome program, which is very simple one, so that everybody, all of us can understand. It is going to take one string as input and check whether it is palindrome or not. That is what this program is doing. Now let me go to test folder. Here I have written one unit test case. Like we are sending a particular string to the program and checking whether it is working fine or not. And sending here the string name as madam. Madam, all of us know it is palindrome. When you read from left to right or from right to left, it is going to give the same one. So this is what we have written in GitHub, and we committed the code. Now what I am doing is, I am taking this particular GitHub repository link and created the job as I showed in earlier situation. Like creating a job is simple. You just need to click on new item, write the project item name, click on free project. And in that case, like maybe just for sample, I'm giving job 3, click on free project, click on OK. And then you need to provide the repository link here. If you select Git as source code management, you have to provide the link URL of your repository here. So in this way, you can establish a link between Jenkins and the GitHub repository. Hope this aspect is clear to you. Now we need to come back and try to try to build the project. So here I am trying to build the project which is mentioned as unit testing. I gave the name of the job as unit testing because I am doing unit testing here. So here go to this particular job and click on build now. It is building, the program is getting executed, and build is also getting done simultaneously. That is what you need to appreciate here. Here, when we execute a program, we just execute it in our local system itself. But when we are trying to build, all the dependencies also will be integrated together, and the build is going to be produced. So here in this process, continuous integration is happening. So if you click on this, you get the entire report. So here we executed 23 test runs. There are no failures found and there are no errors. So in this way, like, we can ensure that our program is error free and the final build is ready to deliver to the customer. So same thing, let me try to change in a slight way. We do have 4 more minutes. I think I will be able to complete that. I'm going to my unit test program, and instead of madam, let me try to give, for editing, you have to just, so instead of madam, let me try to give some other thing which is not a string, which is not a palindrome. Commit these changes. So come back here to your Jenkins. Go to dashboard. Go to this unit testing. Let me check the configuration, whether the same GitHub repository is given or not. Yeah, Jenkins demo.git. This is given, the same repository is given here. Go to dashboard and try to build this particular project. It should not build now because we changed the code, and the test case is going to fail for me. So here, if you see, there is something with exclamatory mark. There are 3 different versions. One is a tick mark, one is a failure mark, one is in orange color. This indicates that build is successful. However, internally, the unit test cases that we have written are failing. This is what is the indication. So click here. If you see here, test result, 1 failure. If you want to get the detailed report, you can go to console output and see number of test cases run, 1 test case is executed, and there is 1 failure. So while the fact that you need to appreciate here, I am actually trying to execute the program. Also, I am trying to do unit testing as well. So with a single click, I am able to do everything. So likewise, tomorrow we are going to see how unit testing can be done, how code coverage also can be done. Apart from code coverage, unit testing, you can also check code quality. You can finally deploy the product. So everything can happen in one single click. That is what is the facility provided by Jenkins. In today's class, we saw the demonstration of how a program is written in GitHub, the program that is available in GitHub, how we can build automatically through Jenkins. That is what we have seen. But what is expected from you is you have to still need to install. Many students are there at different levels, but don't get discouraged because this is not going to happen in 1 or 2 days. Actually, to be frank, for me to have this Jenkins up and running in my system, I took literally 4 days. It was not a very simple task for me, though everything is available, and earlier I did, even then I faced a lot of problems. So all of us know installation takes little patience from all of us, but having this experience matters a lot. So I request all of you to follow the videos very carefully, follow the prerequisites very carefully. And I'm going to have a Telegram group created for all of us. And in tomorrow's morning class, I'm going to share that Telegram group. So in that, you can post your snapshots. Then it becomes easy for me to understand where you are going to, where you are getting stuck. So for sure, I'm confident tomorrow, many of you will be able to overcome the issues that are there today. But just because we are ending the session today, don't leave. I suggest all students, please go through that videos carefully. And if you are doing any kind of mistakes, you can redo the installation. But while redoing the installation, you have to be careful that you have to delete the folder. Jenkins folder has to be deleted. For deleting the Jenkins folder, you have to log in as administrator. These two things you have to remember. So in a normal user, if you are logging in and trying to delete, it is not possible. Hope at least one drop of big ocean of DevOps got into your mind. Though you are not able to install, many of you not able to install, at least I'm happy that demonstration is given to you. Let us all meet tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. I repeat what is going to be the tomorrow's session. It is the role of cloud in DevOps. So that is what we are going to discuss. The speaker is Mr. Srinivas Rao A. So definitely, I feel all of you going to get benefited. Please show the same enthusiasm in tomorrow's class as well. Those who could not install, please don't get demotivated. I'm confident if you follow the videos, they are going to be leading to the successful installation. Suppose if you are getting any kind of compilation errors, I'm trying to address the questions that are given. Those who are not having questions can log off. There are around 24 questions that are there. Let me clear off one by one and then I will log off. Those participants who are not having questions, I request you can log off. The session officially got ended. So somebody, some student wrote, Python was not found. Run without arguments to install from Microsoft Store. This is the error that is given. So please check whether you are having all the required setup to execute the program. So this kind of compilation errors, they are not related with your Jenkins platform, but however, the non-availability of required, suppose if you are not having latest Python build available or latest Java version, you may get into these kind of errors. Yeah, with this meeting record, definitely we are going to provide tomorrow. Repo link I can definitely share because it is publicly available. Very good thing that some of you asked me. So I'm sharing my repository link. Especially for Jenkins demo, you can go through this, or even you can utilize the same repository link for your initial connections. I provided in chat box the repository link. I request all of you to use this for install, for connecting Jenkins with your GitHub. Some of you asking how to create workspace directory. I'm happy that you could reach up to this point. Workspace directory, it is very simple. You just need to create a folder anywhere. Maybe you can consider creating folder on desktop. Just create the folder and give the path of that folder. Name that folder as workspace, or anything. Name can be given as anything, but that is going to be considered as workspace when you give the path of that workspace while you are creating the node in Jenkins. Hope that I am clear about this. Somebody asked me how to create workspace directory. Just I am showing again here. You can just right click and create a new folder, type something, this is workspace, and open this folder. You are going to have this path, and this path has to be given in Jenkins workspace folder. So while you are creating a particular node, for node creation, we need to go to manage nodes. So somebody told they are not able to see new node option. New node option is visible when you go to manage Jenkins and click on manage nodes and clouds. Then you are going to see new node. Click on new node. So if you give a particular node name as slave 2, because slave 1 is already there, click on OK. So in after creating the node, you are going to have remote root directory. So at this time, you have to give the path of the remote root directory. Hope I am clear with that. Somebody asked me question on workspace directory. I'm going to provide everything in Canvas as well as Moodle. All the recordings are going to be available in Moodle as well as Canvas. Somebody is asking about quiz and assignment because most of us are getting stuck with installation. I did not go for quiz and assignment, but don't worry, it will be available to you very soon. Our main goal is to see that we are able to install Jenkins and we are able to connect our GitHub with Jenkins. I'm happy. Somebody told completed. I'm very happy. I'm glad. Congratulations. Somebody is mentioning in command prompt, jar agent file is not getting accessed. Please see that your slave, go to the slave node which you created. And here, I think you are asking about this. So you need to select this entire path and go to the command prompt and then install. If this is not visible, please follow this carefully. If this particular path is not visible, you need to go to configure. Sorry, not configure. Go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, and go to configure system. Yeah, go to go to dashboard and click on manage Jenkins and then select configure global security. Configure global security. This option, if you go down, you can see random and disable. If I select disable option, whatever I have shown, that is not going to be visible to you. This also I mentioned in my recordings. This is what I'm mentioning. You have to very, very carefully watch the video and implement each and every thing that I have mentioned in the video. You have to select random option. Then only it is going to be visible to you. So under dashboard, go to manage Jenkins and go to configure global security. Only then this random button is going to be visible to you. So if you are selecting disable button, you are not going to have it. You have to select random. So this is what I told, jar file agent.jar. We are going to have it. Click on dashboard. Go to slave node. When you just click on this, the agent.jar is going to be downloaded. So you have to select this and download. Then agent.jar is going to be accessible to you. Hope this is clear. Another student also said completed. I'm happy. Assignments related as of now, because we are having issues with respect to installation and we are focusing on solving those issues. Let us not worry about assignment for today. I will post it in the relevant platform and you can do it. Assessment, please, as of now, we are there in day one. We are doing small steps. Let us not worry for today. Many of you are asking for it. Somebody asked about jar agent file. Sai Kishore, I gave you permission to speak. Peddisetti Sai Kishore, you are allowed to speak. You raised your hand, I think. For jar agent file, they are not able to access. You need to download. Just now I answered that. Administrator password is available in error log file jenkins.err.log, which you can access only when you log into the command prompt with administrator password. Sorry, administrator, run as administrator. You just need to do like that. Somebody told to give list of students who completed the installation. Here, while you are typing the messages, I get only anonymous attendee, so I won't be getting the name. So it is hard to find which student completed. But earlier, there is a name just like Praveen. But with that name, it is very difficult. We do have 500 participants. It is very difficult to do in that way. Jar file, I just mentioned how to access the jar file. Again, I'm going to show how to access the jar file. Go to that agent node which you created. Click on this agent.jar. This jar file is going to be downloaded. If you are not able to view this page at all, what you have to do is go to dashboard, click on Manage Jenkins, and then go to Configure Global Security. Then you see whether random is selected or not. If random is selected, then only you will be able to see. If you select disable, you will not be able to see the window that I showed. So this window you will not be able to see if disable is selected. Jar file you downloaded, somebody wrote they downloaded the jar file, but they are not able to go through the command prompt. So for this, what you have to do is the complete path has to be given. Copy this. The entire path has to be copied. Go to command prompt. Paste it here. But however, agent.jar path is not full. So wherever that .jar file is located, for example, in my system, I stored that .jar file in a particular path. Here, I stored it here. So this path has to be copied and then go to command prompt again. You give the entire path. That is what has to be given here. Just simply by saying agent.jar, it is not sufficient. So this entire path has to be given and then execute the command. Hope this is clear. If you just give agent.jar, it is not going to help you. You have to give the entire path. Then it shows connected. So if I come back again and refresh my page, my agent is live now. Earlier, agent was disconnected, but once I installed that jar file, agent became live. Hope this is clear. CD Jenkins access denied problem, it can be solved only by running the command as an administrator. Please understand that. Run the command as an administrator, then only you can do it. Yeah, as some of you suggested, I will upload the webinar sessions as well in YouTube, so that even though you are not having access to Canvas and Moodle, you will be still able to view those sessions live. Good suggestion. Whoever gave this suggestion, I thank them. So even webinar sessions, I'm going to upload in YouTube once I receive them, because they said that it is going to take a little time to have those recordings to me. The webinar people who created the webinar, they need to give me those recordings. Whenever I get those recordings, I will surely upload them in YouTube. Many of you asking for jar file. Hope I'm clear in demonstrating that. Jar file is accessible only when you click on the random button, not disable. New node option, you are going to get the new node option only when, like, you know, go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, go to manage nodes and clouds, go to this place, then you are going to get new node option. Localhost not getting opened, in such cases, try restarting the system. If you are giving the administrator password, which is available in jenkins.err.log, and successfully you logged in with the username and credentials, it should open. The localhost should open. If localhost is not opening, then you must have done something wrong in earlier steps, like giving the password correctly. If those steps are not proper, you may end up in that. If you are confident that you have given administrator password and you created an account with your username and password, then for sure localhost should open. If not, just give a restart of your system and see. Many of the questions that are available, I answered them already. New node option, again I'm telling, go to dashboard, click on manage Jenkins, go to manage nodes and clouds. Then you get new node. Before localhost itself, you are going to have a screen where you need to provide the password. If you go through the video that I gave, it will be visible to you. I'm once again giving all the YouTube links in chat box. If at all any of you want to go through them, you can go through them. So somebody, Shreya, just once the jar file gets downloaded, I'm demonstrating for you only. Agent.jar is available. So that file, you need not open that file. So what you have to do is, I copied that file into a particular folder. Okay, so this can be there anywhere, or even under downloads also. Yeah, you must have downloaded I mean, automatically it gets downloaded to downloads folder. So even this path can also be given, but to be on safer side, I copied this .jar file into the working folder that I saved it under DevOps folder. So this particular path I am giving, that's it. I am not trying to access this file. So this jar file, I just gave in this command prompt. So it is showing me as connected. Earlier it was disconnected. So maybe I'll show again, once again. Command prompt. Type the jar file path, whatever you get. Here, because it is connected, it will not be showing me again. It should get disconnected. Yeah, maybe in this case, yeah, you can see this. The entire path you have to copy and give it in command prompt. Instead of this agent.jar, try to give the entire path. This is what I am saying. Once, because you said the jar file is downloaded, the next step that you have to do is this. Give the path where agent.jar is stored and paste it here simply, and then execute this command. Definitely the node gets connected. So I'm ending the session now. I really appreciate many of you patiently tried doing the Jenkins installation. In tomorrow's session, we will see other alternatives, how well we can get connected, because being sitting in different locations, it is little tough, but we could successfully do it to far extent. So maybe getting connected through Telegram group, it may help us, so that you can paste the snapshots that are available. But anyways, I will be sharing that Telegram group tomorrow. So let us hear tomorrow morning session, which is there on cloud. And then again, during afternoon practical session, we will meet again. Thank you all.